Hello, everybody. It's Jason, and I'm here answering your questions about Zen, meditation, your practice life, any kind of question. Today's question is about thinking during sitting meditation. Let me jump right into this question. Hello, Jason. I've been practicing meditation for a few months. I can't seem to stop my thinking. Am I doing something wrong? How can I stop my thinking during meditation? Do you have any advice? This is a question I hear quite often when I'm talking to people. How can I stop my thinking? I think before I go on here, I want to share a teaching with you from Hui Neng, the sixth ancestor of Zen, about this topic. Let me read it for you. When mind works freely, without any hindrance, and is at liberty to come and go, we attain samadhi of prajna, or liberation. Such a state is called the function of no thinking. But to refrain from thinking of anything, so that all thoughts are suppressed, is to be tied and bound by dharma, and this is an erroneous view. This is a very wonderful teaching from Hui Neng, and it's something that still resonates with me, because it's not the thinking that's the problem. It's the attachment to it, the grasping, the holding of it, that creates a problem for ourselves and others. So this teaching about being tied and bound by the Dharma is very wonderful, because I think sometimes we attach to the teaching words. For example, Zen Master Sung Song has this teaching that to cut off all thinking. So you would assume that it means to have no thinking, but it means cutting off the attachment to thinking. It's almost like we're puppets, and there's all of these strings pulling us around in our lives. So practice, or meditation, can cut the strings to this attachment, so we're not being pulled around by it. Doesn't mean we don't have thinking. We're just not controlled by it. So when we teach meditation instruction, it's pretty simple. We talk about how to keep your body, how to breathe, how to keep your mind. And what's really important about how to keep your mind is not attaching to anything that appears in your mind. So we're just perceiving everything as it is. If I see the brown floor, that's the truth. Listening to the rain outside, that's the truth. A thought appearing in the mind, that is the truth. We're not holding anything, and we're not trying to get rid of anything. I think we've all had this experience. During sitting, you might hear a bird chirping and think, oh, that's so wonderful. This is what meditation is all about. It's so peaceful. And then when thinking appears, nope, don't like that. It's time to get rid of it, right? That kind of preference or preferring one experience over the other, the pushing away, the holding, that is the definition of suffering. So we say, don't touch anything that arises in your mind. In my experience with sitting meditation, I've seen three kinds of thinking. One is lost thinking. The second is attachment thinking or checking. And the third is clear thinking. So let's say you're driving a car, driving home from work to your home. And even though your body's driving the car, your mind is lost in a dream. Maybe you're planning a vacation, or you're thinking about what you're going to have for dinner when you get home. So the whole drive, your body can be driving, but your mind can be completely lost in a dream. So this is not good or bad, but could have a natural result. Maybe somebody pulls in front of you and you don't see them in time because you're in this dream, right? So that's a problem. So we've noticed that during sitting meditation, where you're sitting and your mind is completely lost in a dream, especially if you've sat retreats before, most likely you've had this experience. So the second kind of thinking, this attachment thinking or checking thinking, let's go back to driving again. This kind of thinking is your body is driving the car, but your thinking is saying, why is that person driving too slow? Or why is this person in my way? Right? It's kind of checking thinking. I don't like. And this creates a lot of anger. So if you see road rage, this is what people are doing, this kind of checking thinking of this is good, this is bad, I don't like this, or I like this. So this is also a problem. And we've had this experience probably during sitting meditation. Like, I can't stop thinking. Why can't I stop thinking? I've been practicing for so long. Or my knees hurt so bad. Or I'm trying to get a clear mind, but it's just not happening, right? This kind of thinking. I want something thinking, or I don't like kind of thinking. This is attachment thinking, and this also causes a problem for ourselves and others. This last type of thinking is clear thinking. So you're driving the car, body's driving, and in your mind you're thinking, oh, what's the next exit? Is it this one or the next one? So it means that the thinking has a function in this moment. So you might have heard about the sixth senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, right? They all have a job to do in this moment. And essentially they're all clear. It's just that this lost mind and this checking mind is clouding these senses. So meditation practice means wake up from this attachment thinking. Wake up from this lost thinking. What am I doing right now? So during sitting meditation, like I mentioned earlier, we're just seeing, just hearing, just smelling, just thinking. So an example of clear thinking during sitting meditation is the floor is brown. Then you hear a bird chirping. You can smell the incense. This is what Hui Nang means. Let your mind work freely without any hindrance. And he mentioned this word samadhi, which I thought was kind of interesting. But it just means that we're not moving. So things may be appearing and disappearing, but we're not being pulled around by it. We're anchored in this moment. So we talk about attachment and letting go of this attachment, or I mentioned earlier, cutting this attachment. But how do we actually do that? And that's where really meditation practice can help us, not only on the cushion, but when we get up off the cushion. And all you have to do is put your energy into this moment. What is my job right now? Just seeing, just hearing, just thinking. This is something that is very valuable. So we're not pushing anything away. We're not holding on to it. We're completely free from this attachment to thinking. Those are my thoughts for the day. Let me know what you think of this video. You can let me know down in the comments, and I'd be interested if you have been tied and bound by the Dharma, and if so, what did you do about it? Okay, everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you very soon.